I just realized for people that are new to the show,
hardcore Cinderin lovers in there.
if people are new to the show and start watching this show right now, they just saw our panelists get up and leave.
Lumi's
I just was sick of Cap talking, so I was out.
Goddamn.
That basically means we have a draft. We are ready for game number one of the series. I can count, yes.
Yep.
And very
Even the
shortly.
bans.
We don't know the bans just yet. Please hold.
Hold on, Lumi. I got you. Shiver's battery drop.
All right,
Hold
let's
on.
just
Beast
ban.
Master, Vengeful Spirit, Clockwork, Witch Doctor, Ancient Apparition.
I didn't see them yet.
Vengeful Spirit, Clockwork.
You're cheating.
I have the big panel board.
You've got the table.
That's Enchantress as well from MidOrFeed.
I mean that's understandable. Roger plays a very mean Enchantress, like a good one. And same reason why not be banned the Clockwork and the Witch Doctor. That means that Winter Wyvern is still in the pool.
And it's picked up
Oh, and Spin, never mind, yes.
immediately.
Any other heroes apart from, like, Beastmaster, Winter Wyvern seem to be the two that you kind of want to ban or pick? But any other heroes that are kind of like definite ban pick material for the teams?
I mean, it seems like some teams don't really value Beastmaster.
True.
This is my personal bias towards the hero. It is, I think, the most picked and banned hero in DreamLeague European region. So it definitely has seen value. But
Well, Cap,
we saw it from other games.
In your personal opinion, Beastmaster should be picked every game. So every time that it's not being picked, you're like, well, you know, these teams don't really value
Idiots.
you.
They're all idiots.
Yeah.
They don't know about this hero.
I do agree with you, though. I feel like he should be picked more than he has been.
It's going to be a dragon battle. And 2 hearts are better than 1. That means MidOrFeed already had the advantage.
Yeah, but also according to a lot of people, Winter Wyvern is not a dragon because he's a wyvern. So in that case, Kira already won because it's a dragon versus a non-dragon, and if it's a dragon battle, then automatically the dragon
those
wins.
people are stupid because you could have a dragon battle. Just
fair enough.
Just be like, dragon battles are cool.
Aren't wyvern just like a tribe of dragons?
No, because they don't like they have like a whole different autonomy with where they have like legs and like things and that they walk around, something extra to walk about.
I mean, this wyvern does not look like he has. He looks like he has dragons.
Radiant team back.
He has dragon feet.
Okay.
Yeah, but if a wyvern starts walking, he uses actually 4 things because he's also got these little elbow things to walk on. Dragons would be more like chickens.
So you're saying dragons have to have 4 feet?
No, dragons have 2 feet.
10 seconds remaining.
Wait, no, but wyvern has 2 feet. Jakiro has 4.
5 seconds.
No, but wyvern actually has. Okay, well I don't know. Whatever. There's something with the way they walk and things, and the amount of limbs they have.
It's a Night Stalker. And oh, you got it.
Yeah. What are we thinking about these openings? Tiny Winter Wyvern? Night Stalker Jakiro?
I think they're pretty even on both sides, to be honest. Jakiro's a good counter to the Winter Wyvern. Night Stalker is probably one of the best 4 positions left in the pool. Great vision hero. Tiny's probably one of the best carries. I feel like both teams are kind of happy.
All right.
Do you guys feel like perhaps Tiny is being somewhat overrated? We've seen Tiny do extremely well in Arteezy's hand, and then pretty much like lose just in everyone else's hand. Maybe he's picked up perhaps too early.
5 seconds.
Any thoughts on that?
Could be. But yeah, when we saw Tiny played in the North American region, he was very successful, and I think that the European teams, the US teams, are just trying to follow suit, and you know they know that something is there that's really good and can work out. They just haven't really clicked yet. They haven't really found that spark yet. But they need to play games in order to find that, I guess.
I think there's a slight bit of versatility to the pick as well, in that you can play Tiny in different ways, where you can play him more of the hard carry, you can play him super aggressive,
Dire team back.
and just be a killer.
And perhaps forcing out that IO ban.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, whenever we see Tiny being played as that aggressive killer, it's only with an IO.
Yeah.
And every time without the IO, it's just always the farming build. So we haven't seen Tiny specifically made that change, I guess, without the IO. So I'm not sure if it'll start here. And also, I think Tiny's picked into 2 heroes I think that deals very well with the Tiny. Jakiro is a attack speed machine when it comes to slowing down enemies' attack speed, right? You got Liquid Fire, you got Dual Breath, and then you also got Night Stalker's Crippling Fear, which will make Tiny miss. So in terms of a physical Tiny build, which is what we've been seeing more of, I feel like MidOrFeed's got supports that could deal very well with that.
They're also tanky. supports, right? Which makes Tiny's job when he starts ramping up for kills.
All right, we got a Queen of Pain ban as well as an IO ban, Tommy. And we are waiting for the pick. We have it's a Darkseer. Now we saw Darkseer last week by Virtus Pro, and that was a Darkseer in combination with the Spirit Breaker on the off lane. And you know the criticism that we give Darkseer that he's too slow to start and stuff. Virtus Pro kind of made that go away by being super aggressive with the Spirit Breaker Darkseer combination.
Yeah, you get the right forward position. He really amplifies Darkseer's early game quite a bit. Night Stalker is, I think, a suitable replacement to the Spirit Breaker in this regard. It also, you've got a nice Darkseer Jakiro Ice Path combination, which is classic as well. Now going to be counterpicked by the Nyx Assassin. Jakiro and Darkseer don't really have any control over where their damage goes. Uncontrollable damage. Gets spike carapaces, 3B stuns.
Now, what's the position of the Nyx Assassin, you think? Is it off lane? Or is that mid? We saw
could
mid
be
Nyx
4,
Assassin
actually.
previous game.
I think it's 4 for now.
Let me move it over real fast.
What did you think of the Nyx Assassin?
I mean, that's a Storm Spirit matchup. I think it's fine mid against that hero or OD. Pretty much all of the times, I don't think it belongs.
Well, waiting for the next pick, and it will be a Slaughter. That is a combination with Darkseer that you can also...
Who's the off lane? Night
So,
Stalker or Slaughter?
I would
Jakiro
say...
is Korra.
Yeah, I would say
Safe
that.
lane Jakiro. Slardar with Darkseer, Night Stalker with Jakiro on the bottom lane.
Oh, you guys are feeling the chessy core.
10 seconds
Yeah, I'm kind of
remaining.
feeling it.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a fan of it, so.
So
5
2 4
seconds
positions
remaining.
with both of these guys.
The real question is this a Cinderin Night Stalker? You know, when I first started watching competitive Dota, I was watching DreamHack Winter,
Yeah.
Wild Honey Badgers. It was Cinderin's team, and it was one of those teams that came out of the Bring Your Own Computer qualifiers that they still had at that point.
BYOC. Those were the
Yeah.
days, yeah.
And Cinderin was his Night Stalker was like the hero that he was always picking. Toby, obviously Toby was commenting that, and Toby was always like, "Oh, Cinderin Night Stalker," and I got super hyped because of that. And that got me hooked on Dota 2, on
Okay.
competitive Dota 2, I should say.
Do you remember what item he got in that game?
No, that was too
In
noob
that
to even look
tournament?
at items. I'm like, whoa, that hero, he's so cool and he's everywhere. He's so speedy, makes so much things happen.
So I think he
like,
played
he's a
either mid
vampire.
or off lane, and he got a Yule Scepter on the Night Stalker, which was very, very different back in the day. But yeah, he said good movement speed, gave him
Yeah.
mana regen. It's very different, but yeah, he does have a lot of history.
This was
hero.
2011, by the way. 2011. And there's a Bat Rider
I thought Batrider was banned, but I'm gonna move him from the ban to run to the table.
onto the table. That
You
is a
just-
general Bat Rider. That is scary.
Yeah, you just saw into the future, Lumi. That's.
Yep. So-
10 seconds remaining.
You need strong initiation here for Navi because you're running a
5
tiny without a
seconds
wisp.
remaining.
You need to be able to
Bat
get
Rider's
right kind
initiation.
of.
Bat Rider's initiation.
Yeah,
is not
that's
strong
what
enough.
I'm saying. They
Oh, okay.
needed the Bat Rider really badly for that.
Okay, yeah.
Otherwise, MidOrFeed are just going to run the table with them constantly. They have multiple. So
Dire team ban.
So what do you think is going to be needed for the last one? What's lacking?
Yeah, I have a question about the final pick. Do you guys think they have enough Darkseer combos? Right now, they got the vacuum into Ice Path, vacuum into the Slaughter Crush. Do you want the mid to also be part of that, or
no,
do you feel like you just need more damage at this point?
I think
10
Ice
seconds
Path and
remaining.
Sword Art Crush are good enough.
Okay.
You don't want to, especially since
5
vacuum
seconds
only
remaining.
happens every blue moon or whatever the cooldown is now. It's you don't want to orient your strategy around vacuum too.
Sure.
So
Dire team pick.
they think. Wait, they do think it's Midnight Stalker?
They think it's mid Night Stalker or mid Jakiro, but they ban out the Lifestealer, so they are expecting the last hero to be a core by MidOrFeed.
But
It's a
they have
motto here,
Bat
'cause-
Rider and Wyvern, two here. I mean, it doesn't do well. Like
10
Nyx
seconds
Assassin doesn't do well,
remaining.
but they do have 2 disables to deal with Lifestealer. Price.
5
Maybe it hurts their
seconds
final picks
remaining.
as well. To
Yeah.
prepare for that, I guess.
We're missing a Tomato hero for MidOrFeed, but I guess Navi has to pick first. I mean, we're still expecting Nyx Assassin to be a support. Tiny to be safe lane, so we're missing a mid, we're missing a Dendi.
Yes. Shadow Fiend.
Oh my goodness. Can we get a Shadow Fiend, please? Shadow Fiend's got some big buffs this patch.
Lumi, if I had the power, I would give it.
All right. I'm going to look for it right now and then get disappointed.
Shadow. Oh, it's Navi's pick, though.
It is Navi's pick.
I think you just want a brawling hero.
Right here. It's not picked yet, so I don't know if the zoom in is necessary.
There's a lot of ways to get on top view. Can't be something.
You guys, I don't want to get your hopes up, but that Shadow Fiend's probably going to get taken off the board again in a second.
Razor.
Well, they're definitely taking their time.
So hard, man. I need a hero list.
You know what? Here, it's Ace and Zenpad. You can look up the hero list there.
All right.
It's a Death Prophet.
Death Prophet.
Close enough.
Here, take
Okay,
this,
that's good enough.
take the Zenpad.
Thanks. Thanks, Sheever.
No problem. So that's a Death Prophet. They got a lot of push now too. They can fight. They can like 5-man at like 20 minutes into the game, and what's gonna stop them?
Let's see. Sniper, SF, Razor.
Sniper.
Oh.
First pick. Always go with your first pick.
Shrapnel.
Good call. Good call. That's a sniper. That is a MidOrFeed hero. That means what is is it actually Jakiro core then? You think?
Hell yeah.
No, it's a Weehaw Jakiro, and it is a Slardar that looks to be the core for Tomato.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Well, you guys do not seem confident at all. Remember, MidOrFeed, they have to win all their games and hope that other people lose to still have a chance.
Garbage.
Are they
I'm
gonna
not
do it?
taking MidOrFeed solely out of the principle that they're not running core Jakiro and they're running core Slardar.
Core
Off-lane Slardar. Or sorry, safe lane Slardar.
No.
No. No.
They do have
Navi.
a very fast tempo, and they can take Navi out of by surprise. But I'm going to go with Navi. I think they're simply the better team here.
All right. I'll go for Navi as well. But let's see. MidOrFeed. Maybe this time they'll prove us wrong. Over to ODPixel and Fog.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yeah, we're ready for the final series of the day. We've got Sin and the boys again, MidOrFeed up against Dendi and the lads. It's Navi, ladies and gentlemen. And we've just seen the lineups, we've just seen the drafts. Synderen is a madman, and he's decided the position 1 Slardar, it's going to be a thing.
I was
Is it
about
going
to
to be
say,
a thing, Vogt, or?
I don't know. Hey, Nox, you know, we're going to put you to work again. When was the last time we saw a 1 Slardar? Because I think it's been ages. Probably, yeah, Loda.
Loda.
Yeah,
There we
back
go.
in the day.
Synderen coming in with the Loda strats.
They at least have Darks here to work with it, so I did like the point that Luminous made toward the end there. Our boy Lumi. He was saying that the fast tempo could catch Navi off guard. I think that's the one thing. The Shrapnel plus Night Stalker rotations, if they can chain kill Death Prophet, I think that's one of their best things so they can get ahead. But I'm really not a fan of this 1 Slardar, to be quite honest with you. And I really like Navi's draft, how rounded about they have.
Yeah,
they have Siege from Tiny, they have Siege from Death Prophet, they have a Save, which I always look at to have with Death Prophet, and they've got General on one of his best heroes, in my opinion, the Bat Rider. We've seen him go absolutely control the whole game with this Bat Rider in the early game. So we'll see how it plays out, but Navi's looking to be like a pretty comfortable team fighting lineup. And let's see if MidOrFeed can take it with this Sniper Night Stalker early game.
Let's see, indeed. They catch them by surprise, MidOrFeed, with his new age 707 Synderen master strategies.
Let's see. Navi, they are invading.
Yeah, is it?
Kesu's got to not walk up here, and he's already used an Ion
Got a
Shell.
level 1 Iron Shell.
Yeah, but you got it. But that's like half his mana pool.
I was going to say, they're looking to chase that, seeing if they could try and abuse that.
Oh, 1 hit. The value hit by the Seneko. All that Arctic burn damage.
Alright.
And they are going aggro. So they're putting the Darkseer versus the Bat Rider, is what it seems to be. But I think we're going to have some lane adjustments coming out. We see Tiny already running all the way bottom.
Oh, got a pause. Tomato's just realized he's playing Slardar. He needs a break to
moment.
get clarification from the captain.
He's like, guys,
Guys,
really?
it's Synderen.
We've seen core Slardar,
Synderen's just like, go.
but 1 Slardar. He almost
He
burned
burnt his lasagna.
That's unforgivable.
Oh, no, Tomato.
So yeah, Crystallize and Wyvern going down bottom, so Crystallize can have that matchup, and Bat Rider running all the way top. Not deciding to use their TPs off the bat, I guess in case they want to do a secondary lane swap, but they're going to come off to a disadvantage on this one. And now they know the rotation's coming through. We see Synderen pinging out. He's like, all right, Bat Rider is walking up here. I'm going to position on high ground and look for him.
Yeah, just make sure he doesn't get to lane.
He's like, okay, we see Bat Rider. Let's use dual breath. Let's use our slows. And that's right click.
They can bully him quite a nice little bit. I don't know if they can necessarily get the kill, as General will be back under the tower. Actually, the wave's pushed in, so they can continue to chase this. Yeah, TP reaction is going to be coming in from Na'Vi, but I think General's going to be gone before too soon. Unless they can get the first blood, no. MidOrFeed will find it. Tomato takes first blood now. Roger, he may just go down as well. He's already used his stun. One more touch will do it, and a second kill for MidOrFeed up top. They want to play around with General again. Tomato, he's in there with the crush. MidOrFeed surrounding General. Synderen moving in as he salves out. Clarity's up underneath the cover of the tower. General's been surrounded. He's going to go down almost certainly. Tomato chased it. Oh, no.
Crush does not hit, and now the stick is, and it's level 2 General.
Okay,
he's got the flame break skill, the damage.
Get out, boys. Bail. We must bail. Run away. Yeah, General's going to live. And yeah, Tomato is going to die. It looked like it was nearly going to be incredible for MidOrFeed. I mean, it's not too bad. They get 2 kills, they get first blood. Na'Vi only get 1 in return. Yep. But yeah, a little unfortunate Tomato went down at the end there.
I almost feel like it's just worth porting at the start. When you're like, okay, we got to switch lanes, I like not TPing, they give up these kind of kills. It's like if they just TP'd, it's so much safer than having to go for this risk of walking into the darkness.
This is level 1 Nyx Assassin trying to play around with Jakira and Nightstalk. I don't know if this is necessarily going to end in fun and games for the Nyx Assassin. Indeed, it does not. Okay. All right, Roger feeds his life away. That's the 3rd kill for MidOrFeed.
They're in all this crystallized free farming bottom. And they're not letting Rukezu really step up to the wave whatsoever, even with the Ion Shells. Ion Shell level 1, as we mentioned, even level 2 is very underwhelming. And how's Dendi doing mid? Oh, Cancel actually found himself a DD rune, so Dendi is having a little bit of trouble now. 9-4 to 9-6 though, pretty relatively even.
See if any rotations do come to the mid lane. I think for the most part, it's just going to stay a 1-for-1 as both teams have their supports, as it were, prioritizing their top lane. Other than obviously the Wyverns who stay down bottom. Top lane, Tomato trying to make a goal on this. He does have 3 stacks of napalm. I know he's got backup, but still, you've got to respect the Firefly.
Yeah, he forced the Firefly, but Roger did pull at the same time as this, so he will get the lane under his tower to farm. Much leading levels on this Nyx Assassin support. We don't see it too much anymore. It's been kind of falling out, just because you're weaker than the comparable 4s now.
Appreciate it.
Clarity up the bat. Weehar and Synderen, well, looks fit, ready to make the moves, and they're heading towards mid. It will be, of course, we'll spot it out by Dendi.
Tomato.
Know that happened.
So Tomato's going for the treads, so he is going for that damage build, and here we go. Tomato, debut on Slaughter. Mushi, Ditchira, and Loader are the carries that have played it repeatedly since 6.88. Okay. Mushi playing it twice in the last week. Whoa.
I've got to say,
I guess we didn't get to see those games.
I've not seen those games.
Sorry, guys. If you did know about that, we apologize. We did not get to see every game in Dota since there's a bajillion qualifiers and tournaments going on at the same time.
Oh, Synderen. Easy bounty rune. Roger messes up the stun. Was looking to try and make sure that Synderen doesn't get his hands on it. In fact, Roger just has TP straight out of it.
Next, not a good hero versus Night Stalker in the nighttime.
Yeah, Roger's struggling to have much of an effect in comparison to the movements of MidOrFeed supports.
Seneko putting some harassment onto Cancel. Dendi's not very safe, and he does see the rotations coming out from MidOrFeed.
It's going to turn towards Weehar, yeah. Keep Weehar and Synderen zoned out.
Pretty even early game, though, in the last hit department. General falling a bit behind. Comparison to Kezu. And now they have left Crystallize in a 1v1 versus Darkseer. And Darkseer is now level 5. That level 3 Iron Shell is where it starts to really hurt.
Yeah, this is not really the friendliest lane for surely for a Tiny to be on his own in.
Yep. He can clear the wave pretty quickly now, though, with the tree.
I guess, yep.
A couple hits with treads, you clear it.
Yeah, with the extra range and the cleave, I guess you can work around the Iron Shell, that's what
he starts auto-attacking it right away with those edges.
Alright, I guess actually in that sense, with the tree, actually it's not that bad of a lane at all. Old Tiny would have had problems. Actually, looking at it now, I want to take back what I said. I feel like this is fine.
Yeah, it's not that such decent.
And if the Darkseer runs in him, toss him, stun him, you can hold him back, you can get out of there. It's an okay matchup now.
Sin coming down with an Iron Shell on him. Now Crystallized.
That makes things a little different.
Has to toss him away. But Sin continuing.
He's got the backup of the Wyvern. So Crystallized will be fine. Grabs another tree. Sin indeed forced back.
I love little tiny with tree.
Kessie trying to get a look in with the Iron Shell, keep this lane pushed in. Again, the cleave damage.
The 100% cleave.
Yeah. Gotta be careful how close she gets this time.
Yep.
Level 5 on Crystallize at the moment. Mid lane CS, how are we doing now? Dendi. 22 for 7, 25 for 14. Cancel keeping a little bit of a lead.
Yeah, the DD and that rotation from the two supports.
Oh, and another DD now as well.
Yeah.
It's going to help out even more.
And Slardar still free farming up top. And he's got Mask of Madness queued up.
Oh, okay. So Tread, Mask of Madness. I mean, imagine what after that sure you have to get the blink, right?
I would assume so. And Roger got the Carapace. He reflects it onto Cancel.
Cancel does have the salves, and too fussed about that anyway.
Then he's forced back to base though. And he's almost level 6, but Cancel's gonna pull a bit ahead on that experience department.
Down bottom, Seneca. He's on the hunt. Cinder having to keep himself hidden back behind that tower. Crystallize level 6 now. Aquila and Wand on his way out. Getting those early game stats. So we can have a bit of extra beef in this lane up against Kezu. Kezu does have decent potential with Synderen still around, but there is Seneko. I guess, yeah, you're hanging still behind Crystalline, so it's still very hard for MidOrFeed to make a go on Crystalline. Crystalline missing a few CS there, boy.
With the tree as well.
Yeah, missing that range creep. Adds up.
Still now on Tiny.
Yeah, overall though, yeah, Tiny CS looking very hot. 47, top net worth.
Synderen's trying to make a move here on mid. Puts a sentry down.
So.
He's expecting there to be a lane ward somewhere around here, but there actually is not for Na'Vi. They have it on the right side. Roger's just sitting mid. And then now Tomato's trying to make the move onto Crystallize with the Ion Shell.
Avalanche comes out. There's the surge. Post-Avalanche, Crystallize. He's got the toss though. Tomato could still be able to catch this one out as Crystallize sort of stuck in the tree lines. Nako's making his way down. Tomato does get the crush, struggles to get it off straight away. I think that may just be a little too late with Seneko there slowing them down. Crystallize will be fine. And this is...
Weehaw top is getting chased out too. The stickies are heading up. The Cancel's there.
Yes, he is. General's getting in very, very deep. They do have the Assassinate coming through onto General, but General's already managed to get the kill on Weehaw. Cancel looking for this with the Shrapnel into the tree line. Can he get it? Stick charges popped by General, but with Sinner in there as well. The two will punish the back. Bit of a deep dive from General. Does force a rotation, but at the end of the day, he's getting a support and he's losing his life as the position 3.
Yeah, he forced 2 rotations.
Sure.
Which is, you know...
Are you happy then?
At least I'm happy he didn't try to TP out. That was the biggest thing. So he does have his TP to TP back into the lane. Crystallize and Roger are looking for Tomato. Tomato just starts scurrying away. Roger is the big one that's not really having anywhere to go. Level 3 on Nyx Assassin, 0 and 2. He's just kind of running around. He's not able to make the moves to respond with his teammates. He can't, yeah, he just doesn't really have a good place to go. They need more levels.
Yeah, I guess the best bet is really about the sniper. He's relatively squishy to go on, but he's playing it safe, Cams.
Yeah, I think one of his better jobs he could have done during downtime is just stack Ancients, because it hasn't really been him stacking. The Wyvern stacked 1 double camped, and I think the Death Prophet Illusion just stacked again, so they have at least a triple and a double, but yeah, I'm looking for more from Roger this time around, because he's usually the big playmaker for this team.
I think it's hard on the Nyx, as I said. I feel, other than the Miracle Nyx Assassin, which will let us sort of an exception, the times we've seen teams play Nyx Assassin seems very hard to have sort of similar impact to what this hero used to be able to do in Dota. It just doesn't feel as strong as it once was. Maybe that's just the teams that we're seeing playing it, but
it is. I mean, playing the Super Nyx is just, it is way tougher now. You really need to just find a place to get your levels, and it looks like that's what they're going to do. General's going to resort to the jungle while Roger gets the safe lane. They're like, okay, he needs Vendetta, he needs Arcane Boots to really be able to play his hero at a nicer fashion. But it is very good versus Darkseer throughout all stages of the game. Bottom lane, Crystallize continues just whacking the wave. But he could get in some trouble here. Synderen's in a position to maybe go with Tomato. Crystallize is very far in as well. Under the tower. Whoa.
The corrosive haze on him and a stun from Tomato. Crystallize, he's going to go down.
That was a
very aggressive. I mean, the question marks are out on that one.
That was way too aggressive. I mean, it's under a tower. He saw 2 heroes at least, and it's right next to that tier 1. And that was a little bit too bold by him. There we go.
Should be fine. Yep, 5-2. Certainly getting the kills, MidOrFeed, and Council doing pretty damn well on the sniper. It's in a fine place. Hasn't really received too many threats from Na'Vi this game.
The big threat is going to be when General gets that Blink Dagger up, and he is very close to having it. He's going to clear out this double stack. He actually just missed the triple stack, but should have, I mean, we'll have the Blink Dagger anyway off of this one. It has good mana and a smoke already prepared to go for that movement.
I mean, where'd you go with this? Is it what, the Cancel Sniper at the top of the shopping list?
Either core. Either the Slardar or
yeah.
the Sniper, I think, is the most desirable targets.
At night time, we'll see if MidOrFeed can make a major move. Several Dendy showing in the mid lane. He would be a great pickoff, but it's hard. He's got the exorcism. As we said, they're not aware yet, but General does have that Blink Dagger. He's camping out the top lane behind Crystallize, as it were. Sort of hoping the MidOrFeed go for a play up there and then Na'Vi can punish it. MidOrFeed aren't biting. Tomato remains down on the bottom after the Mask of Madness, queuing up the Blink Dagger. In fact, MidOrFeed, with this nighttime, they're looking to make a gank. They're looking to make this rotation towards the mid lane. General, he can go for the counter play with that Blink, but if he gets jumped on, he may not get the chance to. Surge up on Cinder and General. He actually gets the Firefly up before the start. This doesn't look like it matters, though. Too much magical damage and control from the side of MidOrFeed, and the kill is complete. They turn towards Roger. Roger backing off. The Vendetta. Assassinate hits in. Cinder still continuing to try and chase this. Roger's level 6. Does not have Vendetta available, and with the silence, they've got the chance to kill him. They have.
Now Crystallize is dead too.
I don't know why this Tiny came in on this one, as he is not getting out of it, at least not without going home in a coffin.
We used to call that save your buddy syndrome.
Yeah.
He went to go and help his Nyx assassin, but Roger was looking quite dead there. Tried to use the Vendetta to initiate onto cancel mid while the Batrider was looping in, but slightly faster movement coming out from MidOrFeed there and collapsing just a bit better.
8-2.
Just using Assassinate every time it's off cooldown onto Dendy.
A little helped. Mid lane, TP in from Roger. As we said, he is 6. He does have that Vendetta. He can look to set things up.
They want to go for some type of smoke play with the lasso into a tower. They want, yeah, smoke kill on mid into tower with Exorcism would be the most ideal here. And they put a Sentry Ward in the mid lane. It does get scouted out though by Cancel. See, Vendetta, wrap around. General still hiding in the trees here. Crystallize is around with the Yasha. Mid wars. I didn't get to see this.
It was saying that back in the old days, Synderen used to play mid, and he used to farm Yule Scepter on Night Stalker, and now pretty much no one buys Yule Scepter on Night Stalker.
I saw one the other day.
I think that was the start.
With the cast range.
It was something like that. Either way, it was probably Flaming Sin.
I would imagine that from Knoxville. Thank you, Nox. Crystallize bottom. Trying to continue that farm and push the towers. So there's a slight, the small tower advantage for Na'Vi here, and they do have heavy ancient stacks for that Tiny once he wants to farm them.
Let's see what they can do here mid. General sweeping across and jumps forward. He's got the eyes onto Weehar. Weehar drops down the ice path from the ult, trying to dissuade them from chasing down. I tell you what, it's going to work. General is not going to commit. He's trying to back up. Synderen jumping across the tree line, chasing him down. The wraparound from Tomato managed to shut off Roger. General does get the reblink back off. Up to the high ground, staying safe for now. Oh,
Kezu knows.
Kezu with the vacuum, drags him back down to the low ground, runs General down. They have the TP coming across from Synderen, but General actually gets the chance to blink again. They didn't manage to get any damage through. Another TP's coming in from the Jakiro. The wraparound's there from Tomato. They'll finally get him. Does take 4 heroes sort of hunting him down.
You know, it's 10-2, but Na'Vi still does have the gold advantage. Crystallize is farming. Speaking of Crystallize, though, again, Cancel now, looking for him.
Crystallize should be fine. Seneco's there. That he's got to be careful, Crystallize, but overall still looking pretty good for this Tiny.
So
Has the Yasha finish.
Dendy's farming the camp stacks, or he was trying to. All right, he pings him out. He's like, all right, everything's stacked. Tiny, get over there. Those are yours, not mine.
Tomato taking towers.
Almost Blink Dagger.
Yep, and that will be
and
gaming time.
All chats because he misses the last hit on the tower.
Oh. Time to get good stuff.
Deep aggressive wards coming out from Na'Vi. Oh, not only just deep aggressive wards, but wards to see when they maybe go for a smoke and try to contest those Ancients. Heavily emphasizing around that mid-tower area. but still unable to really poke or prod it. They have level 2 Exorcism now, and no Exorcism has been casted yet.
Oh shoot, yeah, that's time to push if there's ever was a time.
Almost Yule's finished on Dendi as well. That'll be nice to stop the initiations, and Tomato does have Blink.
Okay, let's see what they can do with this one.
Could see quite a big battle coming out here.
Ready to make the jumps and the pumps.
Here we go, Exorcism level 2. I wouldn't imagine MidOrFeed wants to fight directly into this one. It is pretty tough to fight into level 2 Exorcism this early. They are getting the wraparound though. Tomato's invis too.
He does. He's got the eyes onto General. If they could get a good jump onto the bat, maybe they could try for this. Tomato jumps forward, gets the 2-man crush, sprints back out. Gets himself away, and he sort of leaves Synderen for that. And that was a little bit awkward.
I don't think it's a good fight to run into.
No, Roger. He's going to see if he can find some extra kills. He's got the eyes onto Kezu. Jump forward for General, grabs the lasso, drags him down to the low ground. They land the stun from the high ground, and Kezu's down as well. The plan there from MidOrFeed, I don't know if there was one.
Weehaw got top tower during all that.
I mean, I
with
guess.
fire. There's that. But yeah, wrapping around onto a level 2 Exorcism with 4 heroes showing. Pretty tough to actually contest versus what Na'Vi had set up there. But yeah, they at least get a tier 2, and now they have some more vision going into that top jungle. But now Tiny will farm out those stacks. SNY is finished, and he's queued up a Blink Dagger as the next choice.
Okay. I like that. I feel like we haven't seen that actually as much. You know, when they do go for this Treads SNY build, they don't tend to build Blink at all. Like Arteezy and Mason, as we were seeing, they go with Treads SNY, and then they just continue with the right click, go for like the Assault Crest. Which is, I think, Arteezy a few times went for the Shadow Blade, but...
Yeah, I think versus Sniper is the big thing, because you can just blink on top of the Sniper and go for the burst. And we have the
look at this. Synderen's like, right, let's go, and then, oh no. Sort of just runs in and dies, as Tomato sprints out at the speed of lightning, of course, with that level 4 sprint
mid lane.
In the water.
Dendi getting gone on.
Yep, Tomato goes straight forward. They've got the DP. Death Prophet down. I mean, they're getting the kills. Yeah, it's 11 for 4. There's a lot of carnage favoring that MidOrFeed's lineup, and which you would certainly hope so when they're running a position 1 Slardar. They are expected to sort of have this sort of high-paced gaming going on. Yep. But overall, definitely, I feel the Warriors for MidOrFeed, that, as you say, they're 18 minutes in. Sure, they're getting a lot of kills, but the net worth difference isn't that great. This big team, so if they get this, they know that there's no Exorcism. I mean, there's no Death Prophet for 20 seconds. If they can get away with this, that will be very, very nice for this composition that they're trying to run.
Level 2 Corrosive Haze, it's a nice defensive event. The DP into this, they got it for free.
Na'Vi unable to get it. That is going to be Roche going down. Aegis picked up by Tomato. In fact, Tomato, he wants to fight, jumps up to the high ground, gets the 2-man crush. Snako falling low, puts the Winter's Curse down to hold Tomato back. The Assassinate from Cancel finishes it off. Roger, they get the control as well onto Wyvern. 2 down, jump forward from Tomato. He's got the Corrosive Haze and the crush onto General. 3 quick kills from MidOrFeed, and as soon as they get that Aegis, there's this sort of just compelling spirit and passion that drives within them, and they start to push down mid lane. They've got the power, they've got the momentum, they're ready for these fights. They want to take them. Exorcism is back up. That would be pretty much the big deterrent if it does come out.
Those last 3 minutes of MidOrFeed were actually perfect, just going for the DP with no Exorcism. Then now they claim themselves 2 towers and the Roche. They've got a good swing of momentum. Crystallize almost Blink Dagger. But still, Roger really struggling this game as this Nyx Assassin support. 0-5, he's queued up the Midas. Unable to really find any opportunities for himself. MidOrFeed really setting the tempo for this one.
I'll tell you what as well, look at Synderen's score. He's killing it. He's 5-1 and 8.
That's one of dude, Night Stalker's always been one of his better heroes.
I think it's his best hero. It's like his most played hero, isn't it? I'm pretty sure
he used to play it a lot in the off lane too. He's played it mid, he's played it support, he's played it all over the place. That, Undying, and
it's definitely his favorite.
I think it's probably it's probably his favorite. General for lasso.
And he'll get it. Jumps forward, manages to find the lasso, drags the back. We are tries to lay down the ice path. 2-man stun comes out. Crystallize with the follow-up. 2-man avalanche and cleaves them down with the tree. Double kill for Crystallize. They get the assassinate to Snako. They do find something in return, but now Synderen is in deep. And the Exorcism Siphon chase from Dendi, closing the gap on Sin. He's a little too speedy though to cover night time to get the stun onto the sniper though. That's the bigger kill. Triple kill for Crystallize. Putting the work in as soon as he picks up that Blink Dagger. What a way to turn up.
A lot of that was also, I just said Roger, that was a lot of Roger scouting. He got into the high ground positioning, closed the gap onto the sniper for his teammates. So that was really well played by him. And Tomato had the Aegis there, so he wasn't able to actually use it. And now he's going for a tower bottom, but General will get the
Dire's bottom tower.
So yeah, blink reveal on Crystallize and the good positioning by Roger with this another set exorcism. They claim themselves that tier 1, much needed after the momentum. Bottom lane, Tomatoes going for General.
Oh, and he may get this stick charges. No, the cold embrace. Seneca making the saves, and Tomato, he knows he can't get this one. He's got to try and run himself away. Will he make it? With the Splinter Blast, he certainly won't. He's down 1, so look who's here for round 2, Crystallize. Cinder and Keju are coming in. They're looking to come in for the saving mission, but the Winter's Curse holds back Cinder, and they won't get the kill of Tomato. In fact, Tomato, he wants to go back in fight now. His friends have turned up, but General's in with the lasso, dragging him back. It doesn't matter, though, because the drag back's there from the vacuum. Keju sucks the Bat Rider in.
Maybe a bit of miscommunication there. It looked like Seneko really wanted to disengage, but then Crystallize kind of committed, so they kind of like backpedaled back and forth. And MidOrFeed take big advantage of that. They have Jakiro, so when those heroes die, Liquid Fire on the tower, and the creeps are there as well. They're drawing the line. Ansel wants to go push this out as hard as possible.
And they got this tier 2. This is some surefire momentum.
Oh yeah, Nick.
Since Nice played heroes. Okay. Keep at the line. Oh, absolutely. Have a look at that again. Down bottom. Nice.
See him kind of like backpedaling a bit.
Yeah. Oh, now we're going to go back to the real timers. Hey, look at their core. A little bit deep. Tomato was coming in. They're trying to find Crystallize. They will get it. Stim's able to find the final touch to get the kill. Kezi drops the wall down. To surge himself away. Dendi looking to chase the easier kill. Turns towards Weehaw with the Spirit Siphon, and he'll claim it. They'll give themselves 2 kills. Na'Vi. Can they find anything more? Doesn't look like they can. MidOrFeed will get the rest out of there. Crystallize still the highest on the net worth. Kaya is going to be complete for Dendi. You see Roger, he has managed to finish off that Midas recipe. He's going to get close to that. Considering we're actually allowed to take that double damage rune there, as Roger does not look at trying to contest it.
All tier 2s claimed already by MidOrFeed.
I mean, this is the thing. They've claimed all the tier 2s. They're doubling the kills of Na'Vi, yet they're only 2k gold ahead. Like, it feels like the math doesn't check out, and at the end of the day, it's just showing that the farm overall is just much better achieved right now. Now we'll be able to check out this replay back.
Yeah, you see how they were kind of like stutter stepping, and then they're like, oh, should we engage again? And then the save your buddy syndrome kind of happens again. But General trying to help out Seneko gets caught out there. All of MidOrFeed showing up at a very quick fashion. Punish. But yeah, this is, like you're mentioning, it's 18 to 9, but a lot of this is Crystallize farmed quad Ancient stack at the right side, a triple Ancient stack on the left.
It's worrying. And look at this mid lane, Roger. With the setup for Weehaw. Council's going to be there trying to provide some protection. Siphon from Dendies, who looks to chase down the Chikiro, and the magic hammer from Crystal, and they'll get it. General gets the lock, jumps in, finds the lasso that he needed, grabs him a sniper, takes down Crystallizer with the Winter's Curse. They're setting up for more here now. Double stock from Roger. They have the cleave from the tree from Tiny, punching through them all. Double kill for Dendi, and this Night Stalker's in. He ain't getting away. Crystallize jumps in with the toss, sets up for Dondo, who picks up the triple.
That was perfectly executed by them there. Going on Weehaw, forcing the reaction from MidOrFeed. General getting the perfect lasso on cancel, and then that curse by Seneko into the follow-up stun from Roger. With the cleaves coming in. That was very nicely done. And now Exorcism.
Look at this push. Can they threaten the high ground? I mean, there's 4 heroes dead. Yeah.
They can do a little bit of damage on it here. I don't know if they'll fully...
I think they're going to get... There's no buybacks. I think
they'll maybe get the tower, but I don't think
they'll get the tower. And that's pretty huge. If they can get away with it. I mean, the TP is coming back in. Na'Vi will certainly want to try and stand their ground and finish off the tower, and they certainly will. They'll get the tower. Now they just got to try and get themselves out and not lose any lives off the back of it. Cancels in, but immediate avalanche. Very nice from Crystallize to make sure Cancel can't chase. They've got the Assassinate and the Corrosive Haze vision on General. Tomato's going to see if he can chase the gap. The Blink House there. General gets himself away. Tomato might be able to get Seneko. They continue to chase. They do have the Blink Crush. Seneko, he's down. They'll get one. Tomato and Cinderin continue to chase down the mid lane, seeing if they can get a further kill, but General's already out with the secondary Blink. He's gone. He's out of there. But Na'Vi, they did claim that tier 3. They're
quick swing around.
Opening up the racks, opening up those shrines. The MidOrFeed, look, they're now trying to do something themselves.
Roger's looking for a courier, it looks like here. But the courier actually turns around. It expected some kind of movement with that sentry mid. Roger, being out.
I don't know if MidOrFeed can really push themselves. They don't I mean, sure, the Jakiro's nice, the range of the sniper's great, but your other 3 heroes pretty much useless when it comes to hitting towers, including your position 1. Things will maybe change after he has the assault crash shot.
Tomato.
Oh.
They pinged him out. They know that they have vision there.
They're bringing the gem up. Who's got the gem at the moment? Who picked it up? They gave it to, okay. Oh, he's on cancel. Cancel's holding it at the moment on MidOrFeed side. Tomato moving in. See who's going to jump on who. Roger just continuing to try and get info for the side. Well, looks like Tomato will be unable to get a jump with that Invis rune. Na'Vi keeping themselves out of harm's way.
Deep aggressive wards placed by MidOrFeed during that.
Yep.
They already had one placed on the bottom side, but then the secondary one placed above, so they will see whenever Na'Vi does go for those smoking movements to pick people off. That's why they backed off all the way to their base just in case. And now, yeah, Mjolnir finished up on cancel, so they do have the high ground defense for quite a while for MidOrFeed. And with the gem, they should be able to get themselves some nice map control, taking out any of the wards that Na'Vi does place. Even though Na'Vi only has 1 down, and they just place a second one in a very defensive positioning.
Took out Roshan, but still down for 1 more minute. MidOrFeed can maintain this area around the pit. We've seen how quickly they can take it down. Yeah. And that would be the dream against Na'Vi's lineup. Na'Vi get Aegis and Cheese themselves. MidOrFeed's base could certainly be threatened.
One of Na'Vi's few wards just got dewarded by Sin's gem. And Sin with that Solar Crest, he's tanky. Help out his teammates quite a lot. Na'Vi all smoked up though. They're running directly into Sin.
Oh, Sin's got to be careful. The Na'Vi, they're not going to jump for him. They'll hold back AC complete for Crystallize. Got a lot of punch if they can get the lockdown, and they're moving in. General immediately jumps forward, catches out Kezu, drags the Darkseer back into the clutches of the Exorcism, and Na'Vi, they claim Kezu. Can they get more out of this one? We are already TPing out, but he's not going to make it. The Yule Scepter just in time from Dendi. Holds back Weehar, and Na'Vi, they set up for the double kill.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
Lanes are being pushed back in against them though, so they won't be able to get any sort of siege done with the Exorcism.
They're running to the Roche.
It's certainly worth it. Oh, if they can get a bit of a start on Roche, they've got a DD as well on Dendi. Every little helps. Crystallizes damage with that assault crash. They are going to have a good shot of bringing this down fast. And as I said, Na'Vi with an Aegis and a Cheese, and then once the Exorcism's back online, that is going to be a hard push for MidOrFeed to defend against.
And it's almost Octarine finished on Dendi with level 18, so that max level Exorcism on top of a reduced cooldown. Roger's also scouting out cancel here. But there is the backup for MidOrFeed.
General just working as a bit of a block, trying to keep them out from looking into the pit. So Roger doing a decent amount of damage to cancel, but he will pay off his life. Tomato jumps immediately back in after the Spike Carapace was worn off, and with a few bashes with the Mask of Madness, he claims his life.
Plus 100 bash damage as well from the talent.
What else does he get? I mean, as the carry the carry Slaughter, do you still take the night vision, or do you actually just take the attack speed because you are that position 1? I think you take, surely, I reckon you take the attack speed, don't you?
I think you take the attack speed. The only reason I would think you could take night vision is because they have Night Stalker on their team.
That is
but
true.
I do think that he still would take the attack speed.
Because you're the carry, you need, but the night vision is so good.
Just because they have Night Stalker.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they do still take the night vision even though it's position 1.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's still going to take the attack speed.
Okay, okay.
Night vision sounds pretty legit though with Night Stalker.
I think, yeah, it's a hard choice. But I mean, because, yeah, 50 attack speed, it is a decent amount. It is a decent amount. And as we're saying, he is the position 1. And that and AC, you're going to get bashed for days.
Yeah. They're looking to try to get something here.
I was thinking about making a play, but it's hard to do so, diving in that close to the tower. They have to respect the fact that Na'Vi, with an Aegis and a Cheese, they have quite the defense.
Crystallize really needs to speed KB so he can get into the fights, because he has to watch out for Ice Path, and if he gets corrosive paced up, even though he has AC, it's a lot of reduced armor, and he does not have a crazy amount.
Tomato. He's thinking about it, but he has to hope that someone comes out on their own. They can't dive into the center of Na'Vi's fight now. The Exorcism up. They've got, as you said earlier, with those wards that they managed to get into the base, pretty good info on Na'Vi's whereabouts. They know there's some Na'Vi outside of the base. They're looking to try and split them up. They've got the silence onto the Nyx assassin on the side. Tomato tries to crush him generally. He doesn't actually make it. He messes up, and off the back of that mess up, he gets dragged back into the base. They drop down the wall onto 3. Crystallize quick with the toss, and the exorcism from Dendy. They're pummeling through Kezu. Kezu's going to get taken down. Crystallize falling low. Cancel from the sidelines, peeping him down. With that Miona damage, does claim the kill, but overall, Dendy just overwhelming the lineup in MidOrFeed with this exorcism, taking them apart one by one. Weeha's left behind as well. They're going to lose 4 here MidOrFeed. They're going to lose 5. Cancel shut down. Triple kill for Dendy as he turns godlike on this Death Prophet. And that was a bit of a prod and a poke too far from MidOrFeed. We always knew it was going to be hard trying to aggressively look for that situation outside the base of Na'Vi. When Na'Vi, they had Exorcism, they had Cheese, they had Aegis. That was a little bit of a desperate attempt from MidOrFeed, and it is an absolute disaster.
Tomato also went for the Batrider, does not get the connection to the stun, gets lassoed into the base, pops BKB, gets Winter's Curse during the entire thing, and gets killed by the supports and the offlaners. And now they're able to just claim a Rax and probably more here. They don't have, actually, there's
Tifu's on the sidelines, so yeah, a bit of a saving grace there for MidOrFeed that those 2 side lanes are going to be safe for now. But still, it's a Rax.
That's a massive swing too, because that was their big smoke reveal. I believe they lost the gem during that too. Yes, they did.
Yep.
That was a smoke reveal into the BKB from the Slaughter, and they got a pretty okay vacuum combo, but yeah, into that Aegis and Cheese, they just did not have enough to be able to pierce through Dendy.
Roger and General both fighting up for gems for now. Cinderin does find the Nyx assassin.
Oh, gem recovered. King's probably so happy.
That's pretty nice. You see the damage of that bash as well on the Corrosive Haze. It does pack quite a punch. Tomato, he'll hold the gem for now, see if we can lead him for more. Level 20's being hit.
Dendy's got to be careful down here.
So Tomato could get this. I mean, Dendy is such a big kill. He's worth so much. He's on a godlike streak. And he's safe though. Hides in the tree line. TP's out. He will be fine. We've got to keep that courier safe though. He may catch wind of it, and one more touch will do the job. Doesn't quite get it though. The courier's going to stay safe. Get it back to base, Na'Vi. Still 10k gold lead for Na'Vi. We're seeing again this very, very sharp drop off in favor of Na'Vi and away from MidOrFeed, similar to that we saw in the previous series the MidOrFeed plays. It just seems to be this sort of point of the game where one bad fight and it goes drastically bad. But Roger may have handed them a bit of a freebie. It comes in with the TP. They've got a vision with the Corrosive Haze. They're moving forward, trying to find this. They've got the vacuum wall onto 2. Winter's Curse comes out, but with the BKB on Tomato, he's still able to take down 1. Takes down the Wyvern, turning towards Roger, trying to get more. The Crusher there, holding back Crystallize. On the back lines, Cancel's getting destroyed though by Dendy. Dendy moves in again every single fight with this Exorcism doing so much. BKB's popped by Crystallize. They turn towards Cinderin. They've only lost the Wyvern, and in return, they take 3 lives away from MidOrFeed. Again, they just cannot get a good fight against Na'Vi. They're fighting every time that the Exorcism is up, and it's an absolute disaster.
It is exactly that. They can't fight into this Exorcism, and now, I mean, Crystallize is also a threat of his own. They try to go on him, but he's pretty durable with the build that he's got going on, and now Tomato.
He's hunting down more. He doesn't have the lasso, but at the same time, Tomato, he does not have the BKB. Dendy's there as well, has the slow from the Siphon. Tomato, the position 1 Slardar, turned into fish fingers.
And that's the gem that they just got back to. It's looking to be almost impossible for MidOrFeed to take fights into this lineup. Like you said, every single time they go for an engagement, Exorcism's online, and because of that Octarine, it's up again in 40 seconds.
I mean, Dendy has been having such a game. He's 12-1-6 on this Death Prophet. It was a perfect pick for this game. Like, we've seen each and every fight, they just cannot control him. They can't keep him away. There's no sort of peeling, taking him away from the front lines. He's been able to get the wraparound on Cancel Sniper multiple times in this fight. Now the jump in straight away, talking about Cancel Sniper. They're on top of him. Kezu, he gets a nice vacuum. It's not enough though. The damage from Crystallize with that tree, far too much for them to deal with. They'll pop down the Winter's Curse, buying a little setup for Kezu to get pummeled by the big old Tiny. 3 dead once again on MidOrFeed. Na'Vi, they're onto the tier 3s, looking to clean up the base. Dendy has the Exorcism back up, and he's going to pop it out and look to clean up this top racks very quickly. Still a tier 2 alive on the bottom lane, and they do have buybacks MidOrFeed, so they may hold on for one more fight. But this game, once again, looking to be vastly out of control for MidOrFeed.
Dendi was starting to make the way toward bottom, and then I think he's like, oh wait, he's still tier 2. I'll just clean up some base buildings.
And Dendi's got to complete his Shiva's Guard. He's level 24, Shiva's Guard, 35 minutes in. This is insanely massive death profit, and the same as you say can be said for Crystallized. Spirit Vessel complete for Seneko as well.
Has fallen.
And oh, out of interest, what did the Slardar take at 20 then?
Did he actually hit 20?
No, he didn't. Feels bad. He's nearly there.
He's nearly there.
I'm just intrigued.
Out of curiosity.
Out of curiosity.
I think he would take the attack speed, but yeah, like we said, because Night Stalker.
I don't know. Maybe even when you're behind, you take the night vision because you know you're going to have to do these sort of aggressive ganks, these sort of, you know, where you need that sort of extra info. Oh, we'll see.
We'll see.
I'm sure you're right. I'm sure it takes.
Let's see. He's trying to get it. He's about to have level 20, cleaning up the last
There we go. What's he going to do? Carry Slardar. What's the talent build?
Attack.
It is the attack speed. Yeah, you're right. Tomato doing his best to...
Crystallize has a DD.
Oh dear, oh dear. Look at that tiny guy. That was cancelled. That was their sniper. That was a large bit at their high ground defense.
Oh, and the tree. Nelson.
Damn.
400 damage tree.
On the plus side, I mean, I don't think Cancel was that high level, so he's not actually dead for that long. He'll be back in 30. Might be after the racks and tier 3 on the spawn lane have already gone.
You're always finding the positives. General, looking to get a jump.
Oh, he's going to find it as well. Straight in onto Sinner and drags him back. Keju comes in, looks for the vacuum, but the silence is out. Stun from Roger, clips onto Cinder, and Night Stalker's out for 50 seconds. And Dendi just moving in with the exorcism. Crystallized jumping in, looking for action. Finds Weehar here with the toss forward, tossing Tomato back on top of the dragon. Buyback from Weehar, but the bottom racks, they're falling. Na'Vi cleaning up the base.
Did you see that? Crystallized through the tree while Weehar was dying, and Weehar bought back, and the tree redirected to go to the fountain to hit him. So, okay, cool interaction. That's Kazu. Has to be careful. They are trying to focus on Roger, who's inside of the burrow, though.
Kazu's down. He's out. Crystallized jumps forward. GG is called. This game is well and truly over as Crystallized and Dendi both end the game on beyond godlike streaks.
What was Wyvern picked? Wyvern was picked what, first 2 as well?
First pick, wasn't it?
So like, that was also the big concern I had coming into this game. Is there's a Wyvern and they decided to go for this carry starter. I think they made adjustments to like make up for like what the draft kind of ended up in, but Navi's draft overall just looked a lot crisper, better team fight, and I mean Dendi overall had an excellent game. They farmed ancient stacks. They took like 1 or 2 great fights, and then it snowballed out of control from there. And